Shalom. First and foremost, to begin by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. So, the title of this video will be, The Lord Chose You. Act like it. Right? You gotta understand, we didn't come into this truth, under our own power, under our own understanding, under our own strength, right? It was Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai who brought us into this thing. I'm gonna grab this right quick. This is the book of Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, "And you hath he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. But the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with the anointed. By grace ye are saved," man. So it's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai who quickened us, who woke us up, right? Because like I said, being in times past, right, we walked according to this world, right? We were in this world. We were doing the things that this world would have us to do, right? Which is completely contrary to the things of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? So on that note, this is 2 Timothy, and that's how the Spirit works. I didn't even plan on getting that first scripture, but this is 2 Timothy 2 and 3, right? Again, just going into how in times past we were a part of the world, man. We did everything that the world would love us for, right? So 2 Timothy 2 and 3 says, "Thou therefore endure hardness, and as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier." Right? Again, you see right there how it said the affairs of this life. So we're not going to be back into the world doing the things that we used to do. And then the other part was like right here in the last part of verse 4, where it says, "Who have chosen him to be a soldier." So we were chosen, right? Those who believe on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the true names of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being the Father, Yahweh Shai being the Son, right? Believe on the scriptures as they are written, right? Coming in the right spirit underneath the correct doctrine, right? We started with the elder apostles of GMS on down, right? He had chosen us, So, we must act like it, right? We must do the things that, the Spirit will have us do, right? We'll grab this. This is, it's lucky if I sound winded. I just finished the workout, but this is John 15 and 16, right? It says, "Ye have not," well, I started 14. It says, "Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit shall remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you." Right? So again, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai chose the elect, man, because at the end of the day, it's all about the elect, the 144,000, along with, the great multitude right? Those are the ones that he chose, right? But, like I said, specifically the 144,000, those are going to be the judges, the rulers, so on and so forth of the kingdom of heaven, So again, like he said in verse 14, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. So for him choosing us, right, we must do exactly as he commands, right? And just on that, I think it's in the book of Luke, and also it might be in Matthew. Oh, John, Shalakia. I was completely wrong. It's the book of John, chapter 21, and verse 15. It says, so when they had dined, Yahushua saith to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, feed my lambs. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, feed my sheep. He saith unto him a third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, feed my sheep. So you have to do what he commanded you to do, and that's feed the sheep, right? Along with following the law, statutes, and commandments, because that's how you show that you love the Lord, right? And if you disagree with that, it's in the scriptures, That was at 3 and 4, so like, that's not what I wanted, but I can read this. 1 John 3 and 4 says, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law for you. So for you who say we don't need to follow the law anymore, then that means there's no more sin. If there's no more sin, then that means we can do whatever the hell we want to do. And that we know that's not the case, right? But that's not the scripture I wanted. Salakia. 5 and 3, that's what it was, not 4 and 3. It's the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. Verse 2. It says, by this we know that we love the children of the Most High, when we love the Most High and keep his commandments. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. It's as simple as that, man. I really don't have to expound no further than that. It says, the scriptures say what they say. You're supposed to do these things to the best of your ability. Now, on that note, we know we are not justified by the laws. We're not justified by the works. We know this. And again, that's just how the Spirit works, because that goes right into Romans 9, right? Romans 9 and 11. It says, for the children being not yet born, it's crazy how the Spirit works, man. It's Romans 9 and 11. It says, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth, right? So it's not of works. It's of who the Most High called. If he called you to be a prophet, if he called you to be, a man of the Lord, a brother, whatever. And that's just what it is. It's not because you worked your way into it and you convinced him that you're worthy of it. No. He chose you, Just like he chose right here, Jeremiah. And I'm going to end it with this one so I can get home. This is Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 4. It says, then the word of the Lord, and when the Lord is in all caps, it's the name of the Lord, which is Yahweh, not Jehovah, not Yehovah, not Yeshua, not Ahia, not, any of those. If it's any other name but Yahweh, that's not the name of the Father. And if the Son's name is any other name than Yahweh Shah, it's not the correct one. It's Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Right? But Jeremiah 1:4, it said, then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then, I continue reading. It says, then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. So it's the Lord that chooses us. It's the Lord that decides all these things, man. We're not doing this thing of our will. You can't. That's why you can't boast. Because who are you but a vessel, right? So, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'm going to end this by giving all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. And shalom to hopefully elect.